some of the things that will help mitigate the proposed 30%, or not proposed anymore, 30% tariff hikes on South African exports to the US. Ntokozo, what are some of the mitigating proposals that are on the table this afternoon?
Well, Michelle, I don't know if you remember last week when Minister Baxter was doing those engagements, moving from the Gauteng Investment Conference to the PGM's Industry Day, when the news of those tariffs broke. And really, the key message that he was giving is the importance for South Africa to diversify the economy, improve manufacturing capacity, and really reindustrialize the economy so that we could get more trade partners outside of course, our two largest partners being China and the United States. And I am in Limpopo in the Steelpoort area around Burgersfort, where then the DTIC and other government officials are engaging traditional leaders on the proposed special economic zone for Limpopo. And, usually, Michelle, when we do go out to special economic zones, we are seeing them being unveiled, but we are getting a taste of just that engagement process before, infrastructure is actually brought down. And I am here with MEC Matibe for a little bit more detail on that. Thank you so much. You were on the podium now, just engaging with traditional leaders here. Perhaps if you can give our viewers just the traditional leadership in this area and why it's so important for government to engage with the leaders before infrastructure is put down for the special economic zone.
No, thank you very much, and thanks to the viewers of Newzroom Afrika. Limpopo is a rural province. 90% of our province is in rural areas. So whenever we want to start a project, the main area that we need to visit is to visit the traditional leaders. So we are here in Burgersfort. We have called all the traditional leaders around Sekhukhune area, together with Your Majesty, the Queen, to brief them that we are starting with the process of SEZ public participation. And for that participation to be successful, you need to engage traditional leaders. We are engaging them to say tomorrow we'll be engaging their communities. Before we engage their communities, we need to get the buy-in from the traditional leaders. We think that's how things should happen, more especially in a rural province like Limpopo.
And now talking about that public participation, we will be joining you then as you engage with those communities. But I think that the big theme, of course, over the past 2 weeks has been that 31% US tariffs on South African imports. I visited a farmer not so far from here, an emerging black farmer looking to scale and, reach that export market. The potential there of the SEZs here in Limpopo to really unleash that economic potential, improve manufacturing capability, agro-processing and so on. What will the SEZ focus on here in Limpopo?
Our SEZ will focus in different areas. The first area, Sekhukhune is a mining town. We have got a lot of mines around here, more especially platinum as well as chrome and other critical minerals. We want to beneficiate our minerals. We have been exporting minerals as raw materials, and I think one of the key issues that we want to do as the SEZ is to start with beneficiation. The other area is agriculture. Like you said, you have visited a farmer not so far away from here. This area, Sekhukhune and Limpopo in particular, is rich in terms of the natural resources. We have got a very beautiful natural soil where you have got citrus, you've got avocados, you've got grapes, cotton, and sunflower, and many others. We will be doing agro-processing within the SEZ. The other area that we'll specialize on as the SEZ is the issue around the EVs and as well as the manufacturing plans of all the cars and EVs, because we want to go green, and for us to go green, we should be able to manufacture all the EVs here in the SEZ. So there are quite a number of activities that will be happening. And our investment pipeline is very good. We have got 46 companies that are ready to can start even now. They are just waiting for the minister and cabinet to just finalize the issue of public participation and designate us as an SEZ. When they finalize, the companies are ready. They have been waiting for us to start the process.
So hopefully in a few years we'll be coming back here and seeing black businesses exporting to other markets as well outside of the US and China.
The main aim of the SEZ is to have what we call black industrialists. So that's what we need to have here. Black industrialists from Sekhukhune, from Limpopo in general, from South Africa as a whole. So we are hoping that we'll be exporting manufactured products, because when you export raw materials, you are also exporting jobs to the outside world. So maybe we'll minimize the issue of tariffs and everything. If we manufacture here, we create job opportunities for our people, and we empower people and empower more especially our young people. Our unemployment, more especially for young people, is very high, and we think that the SEZ will be a starting point, reskill them, make sure that they are relevant to the SEZ and the industrial park that will be there in the SEZ.
Well, MEC, thank you so much for chatting to us. Let me not hold you up as you continue those engagements. Of course, Michelle MEC Matibe is the MEC for Economic Development, Environment and Tourism here in Limpopo. And you just hear how then government is trying to mitigate those risks that will be brought on by the 31% US tariff. Some of them, long-term plans that will only probably roll out in the next few years, but really trying to see how those risks can be mitigated and South Africa can be made competitive on the global trade arena. Michelle.